Hello KS2, this is Miss Rana. We're going to talk about light today, which is the way we see everything around us. Now, what is light? Light is a form of energy that enables us to see. We are able to see things when they reflect light into our eyes. And reflection is the actual bouncing back of light from a surface. Now, we all know that light doesn't just exist. Light comes from light sources. Now, what are light sources? Light sources are objects that give off light. We can see them when light travels from the light source into our eyes. And the path in which light travels is called a light ray, represented by a straight line with an arrow, as you can see in the picture. And a bundle of light rays makes up a beam of light. Our main natural source of light in the daytime is the sun, of course. At night, we use man-made sources like lamps and candles. Now, can you think of what other natural or man-made sources are there? As you can see on this slide, there are some examples of different light sources, like a firewood, a flashlight, a lamp, any screen that emits light that can serve as a light source, like a computer screen or a TV, or just a regular ceiling lamp. If we were to compare light intensities of these different light sources, how would you measure it? Now, the more the light that falls on an area, the brighter and higher the light intensity, and vice versa. And how do you measure that? Well, with a light meter or sensor connected to a data logger, you can measure it in the unit of lux, as you can see in the picture. Among the many ways that a light meter can come in handy is to photographers. It helps them adjust their lighting conditions and camera settings accordingly to make for perfect pictures. Let's run a quick review on everything that you have learned. Light is an energy that enables us to see. It travels from light sources, allowing us to see them. And it travels in the path of a light ray. And a bundle of those light rays is called a light beam. Of course, every light source emits its own light intensity. And a brightly lit area has a higher light intensity than a dimly lit one. This light intensity is measured with a light meter or a sensor connected to a data logger, and it's measured in the unit of lux. What happens when something like a mirror or a shiny surface or a piece of smooth, shiny metal gets in the way of light? Well, light is going to reflect, meaning it's going to bounce off that surface and change its direction. One of the many misconceptions about light and reflection is that the moon gives off its own light. In reality, it really doesn't. We see it because it reflects light from the sun. Take note of all the light reflections happening around you. Objects such as mirrors, polished metals, and glass have smooth and shiny surfaces that allows them to reflect light, and so we can see our reflections in them. How cool is that? An example of how light reflection can come in handy is a periscope. It uses two mirrors to reflect light. The mirrors are placed so light is reflected from one mirror to the other and then into our eyes, so we can see what's happening at the end of that periscope without really being there. So that's it for light, folks. Here's everything that we've learned so far. Light is a form of energy that enables us to see, and that it can be measured with a light meter or sensor with a data logger in the unit of lux. Light travels in straight lines called light rays from light sources, allowing us to see those light sources. Remember, a bundle of those light rays is called light beam. And when something shiny and smooth like a mirror gets in the way of light, it reflects, which it means it falls on that surface, and then it bounces off in another direction.